Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool and this is Gems of War. And today I got 3 teams for you for the Sentinel class event. High, mid, and low. The restriction is Urska's from Urskaya, so not the best restriction, kind of a small restriction. Not one I like very much, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Go get those free gems. It's quick, easy, go get it done. Sentinel is a pretty good class. It's kind of like a early game class. It's got a good class weapon. I don't use it very often because of Titan and Elementalist and other stuff like that. But it's all right. It's all right in a vacuum. I just with other classes out there, it's usually not my top choice unless we have like a Urska or you have to do Sentinel, like you're using a weapon that you need to make your hero Urska or something. But it's all right. So make sure you get the event done, get your gems. And here is the low level team. I got War and Peace, and then 3 troops that add to your green mastery. Like adds every time you match green, it adds 1. So you get a lot of green when you match green, you get a lot of mana. We got a green brown weapon. So every time you match green, you're gonna fill that bad boy up, especially if you are doing a 50% start class, which I did Archer. So we got a green Storm Fallen. We got 3 troops that are gonna give us extra green mana. The one is like the Entangle Bear that does like 6 green on the board, depending on how many enemies there are that are entangled. The other one like destroys gems and does some damage. But mostly you're just going to be using the War and Peace. War and Peace you get really early game, just like as you play the game. I don't think you can miss it. It's like a quest reward for like K-Zeal or something. So you should have it no matter who you are out there. And it hits all enemies. And, just match green, get it up, cast it, win, use a 50% start class, and should be pretty easy to get done pretty quickly. Use your Nisha medals if you got them. You don't need Anu because you can just do like a 50% start class, but if you're leveling a class that's not a 50% start, use an Anu then. I'll be live streaming, by the way, today, so 10 a.m. EST. Don't usually do that on Thursdays, but I'm going to do it today, so make sure you're there. Alright, here we have our mid-level team. This one's the one I probably like the best. I try to make a high, mid, and a low, so high, use everything at your disposal. Mid, no mythics. And then, of course, low is no legendary, no mythic. But, sometimes the mid team is the best team. It's got the ruby weapon. So we got the ruby weapon, then we got 3 troops that are going to do the same thing we were doing with the first team. The first team we had 3 troops giving extra green every time you match green. That was on their traits. This time we got Spirit of Rage, who's going to give us extra red when we match red. It's kind of a strategy you just got to learn to do on class events sometimes because you're going to want to use your weapons because there's not very good troops available. And then of the troops available, you kind of look at their traits and see if they can do anything for you. And sometimes there's just nothing, so you got to just say, all right, I'll just take some extra red, and then you put 3 of them, so you have 3 times the extra red. Then you do like a red banner and just match 1 red, and usually it'll get the whole weapon up, especially if you use a 50% start class. So, I don't know, I think I'm doing like Titan class, because there's no like 50% red start class, there's no 50% blue start class that I can remember. There might be out there. If there is one out there, then you can use one of those, but, Brown Storm, 50% start, Titan's a good class, and then, when we match red, we're going to get a ton of red and get the weapon right up. It does true damage to all enemies, blows up again, like if you don't kill them, it's going to blow up and probably get itself close to back up. You just match red again, you cast it, you win. For me, it's probably going to go through the whole event one-shotting, with Nisha medals and true damage to all enemies. It's probably going to go through the whole event just one-shotting, and that's probably what I'm going to use right there is that team. It's probably my favorite one out of the 3 that I'm showing y'all. Here is a high-level team, just to cap it off, just to give you 3 options. Maybe you don't have the ruby weapon. Maybe you don't feel like using War and Peace. You want to use your mythics. Well, you got Baiska. Kind of been going back and forth on Baiska this week. Like, I started the week like, oh, I'm going to try Baiska, and Baiska was doing okay for me in the journey. But he falls off quick. He does fall off quick, just like his pants. I don't know. He's not doing so well for me anymore in the journey. He's doing okay, though. Like, I'm still using it. It's just like, he does splash damage to 3 random enemies. It's not super strong. It's like 60 and then 30s. So he does like, a total of like 120 damage or so. But, it's only 60 damage to each enemy. And then, the splash does like 30. But it's good enough to have 2 of them with the wand with Urskula. And should work pretty good. especially early. Like Baiska's good when the enemies aren't super strong and you just want to wipe them out because it does hit 4 enemies. If it's 4 weak enemies, Baiska's good. So that's why at the beginning of the week when I was doing the journey with the Baiskas, like it was going really well because I had like 4, weak troops and it was just blasting through them easily. But as they get stronger and stronger and stronger, and it stops killing, and then it ends up just killing one in the middle, and then its splash damaging is not doing as much because there's like one dead in the middle, and then it leaves one on the top and one on the bottom, and then, so it's kind of not that great as the enemies get stronger and stronger, but better the weaker they are type of deal. So I'm using it, and I think it's good enough for the class event. We got 2 of them. We got the wand to get them up. We got our Skula to 50% start them. But yeah, man, hit that super thanks. I'm funded by my people just like you. Like, share, subscribe. Consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel, comment below. And I'll see y'all next time, which is the live stream today, 10 a.m. EST. We'll play Gems of War. Let's go. Thursday pop-up live stream. Be there, 10 a.m. EST. Peace.